I think the audio is good. It's just like undercut, low music there. Yeah, see, I think my audio is at an okay level. New game. Let's do normal difficulty. You can change the difficulty at any time outside of combat encounters. Perfect. If it's too easy, we can scale it up.
In Bilgewater, monsters are real.
No, that was the end of that cinematic,
When I was a
Martian.
girl,
That was weird.
my
It ended
mother was
quickly.
murdered by a low-life coward named Gangplank. He shot me and left me for dead. There was no trial. In Bilgewater, he was the law. I hunted him. I killed his men. I watched Gangplank die, washed away on the burning tide. But there are still monsters about. For centuries, the Buru people have protected these.
We'll talk about the first cinematic in a second.
But even they fear the heroines. Attacks in the form of a lethal black mist, courtesy of our unliving neighbors on the Shadow Isles. Each time, the heroines return stronger, while the Buru grow distant. How long can we rely on prayers and magic? My monsters are flesh and blood. They don't frighten me. Only one thing does. Becoming one of them.
Alright, chat's saying there was more to that opening cinematic. Apparently, this game, if you click off of focus, I clicked over to my audio thing because someone said the audio was low to toggle it a little bit, and apparently clicking out of the game window skipped that intro cinematic, so rip.
It's almost quiet from up here. If only I didn't know better.
Good morning, Captain. Your guest has arrived.
Raffen, remember when we could just take what we wanted, go where we wanted? We didn't have a care in the world. Now look at us. Taking appointments, attempting diplomacy.
Well, at least our line of diplomacy still involves guns.
That may be true. But when he was Reaver King, Gangplank only used guns. If I unite the gangs with violence, will the city still think of me as a savior?
Gangplank was a tyrant, Sarah. You're tough, but you aren't cruel. I'm proud to be your first mate, and the rest of the crew is proud to call you our captain. The gangs will follow you. It's only a matter of time.
They can't follow me if they're dead. Hopefully I can change their minds before they're all wiped out.
Some dogs won't obey until you show them the stick.
Well then, let's not keep Captain Thorn waiting any longer.
Follow Raven. Alright. Oh yeah, this thing's much longer. Alright, I'm gonna mute this audio really quick and pull up this actual cinematic so we can see it since it got clicked out of it. He looks happy, chat. She looks murdery. He looks happy to be murdered. Hey, that's Thresh, right? I know him. There's Yasuo. Is this Ari? She's a character that's recently got added to Runeterra, right? And this is the Lurk Pooper. Pike, yeah. Thanks for the link. I'm glad we took a second to watch that. It was much longer. It's annoying that it had the awkward part with the changing focus. By the way, if there's anybody hanging out from the Runeterra or Magic Arena segment and you're not a sub mode is off when we do non-card games, so feel free to hang out and chat. Oh, let's turn the game sounds back on. Oh gosh. Oh, I wonder if this is a Steam game, right? If I plug my PlayStation controller into my computer, will it just work? Check 2, hey 2. Okay. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think there's technically a microphone on the PlayStation 5 controller, right? I think it switched my default audio device to that. That's definitely what happened. This is why I usually buy games on consoles. I was told this game's a little crashy on the PlayStation, though.
I thought my hatred would die with you. I was wrong.
Captain,
Killing Gangplank wasn't enough, Rathan.
but you beat him. You're still breathing, and he's in little pieces all over the bottom of the ocean. Those bullets are just little reminders.
I wish they didn't remind me so damn much.
Yeah, I agree. Voice acting's like a must for me for games these days. It's a big part of why I don't enjoy most Nintendo games. There's just no voice acting, which feels lazy and cheap. And I agree, it completely destroys the immersion.
I see you've been doing some remodeling.
What can I say? The place needed a woman's touch. I don't think the previous owner would mind.
Guess not. Seeing as how you gunned him down, along with the rest of the Conclave.
Are you here to parley, Captain Thorne, or to criticize my sense of decor? I trust you've considered my offer.
Offer? Hand over my operations to you, my fleet and all of my men, or else? Misfortune. You may have killed Gangplank, stolen his fancy mana, but that don't make you my queen. From where I'm standing, it looks like Bilgewater is still up for grabs. Now give it up, girl. You know I'd hate to ruin that pretty face.
So much for diplomacy.
You know, Raffen? I think I'm starting to enjoy it.
Oh, I need to figure out which buttons are which. Hold on, Steam. A is X. Okay. Initiative display display which orders fighters for action. When a fighter's portrait reaches the front of the initiative bar, it's their turn. On your fighter's turn, you can perform one of many combat abilities. Instant abilities do not cost mana and are performed immediately after confirming a target. Lane abilities cost mana and require time to cast. Pay attention to the fighter turn order when selecting abilities. Y is triangle and then B is circle. Gosh, chat, the rumble even works in my controller. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting the haptic feedback to be there. Generate overcharge by performing certain instant abilities. Overcharge acts like a temporary bonus mana that can be used to cast lane abilities only during that encounter. When you're low on mana, generate overcharge to stay in a fight. So this generates 10 overcharge and applies tapped. And then he gets to go. And then I get to go. Oh, so this bar on the bottom, this basically determines how long it takes me to do something. So this does a bunch of damage, but it's going to go more slowly. If I do this 124, it'll happen before he goes. Is that how this bar at the bottom works? It like moves all my things down. Whereas like these are instant, so if I do them, they just happen now in front. So it's turn-based, but it's got it's the initiative system. Got it. So he'll go. And he's just getting charged up, and now... Thanks for the follow, Dirtus. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's like a stack, but where it goes into the stack determines on which one you pick.
I'll consider this your formal surrender.
The Syndicate will never follow you. You hear me, tyrant? I'll die first.
I see. How about you boys? Does your captain speak for you all? Well then, Captain Thorn. I'd say this meeting is adjourned.
Well?
The rest of you, welcome to my crew. Prove yourselves loyal and you'll be rewarded. Betray me, or even whisper the name Gangplank, and I'll stuff you in a box with your former captain. Understood?
Yes, Captain.
Another successful recruitment. Minus a few stubborn holdouts, the Syndicate's with us now. Their ships, their guns.
But none of their leaders.
Not yet.
Even if I have to put a bullet in every captain from the shipyards to the slaughter docks, I will make them understand. Bilgewater belongs to Sarah Fortune.
What's the age rating on this? I don't know. I don't look at ratings unless something my kids are asking to play.
Rathan?
The enemy has a buff called Prime Mistbomb that will detonate and hurt your party upon death unless it's first disarmed with a speed lane ability. When selecting lane abilities, you can switch over from the default balance lane to speed lane or power lane using the lane up and lane down buttons. Performing an ability in the speed lane will reduce its cast time so it can be performed more quickly but with weaker impact. Performing an ability in the power lane will increase its casting time, taking longer to perform but with stronger impact. Okay, so this changes the timing on things depending on how you want to go there. Where's the disarm thing they were talking about? They say you need to disarm some kind of bomb, right? Changes priority and power. A speed lane attack will disarm the bomb. Okay, any ability just uses speed. Let's pull me down so people can see that. That looks good. It's nice that our guns can shoot ghosts, chat. That's a convenient thing for them to be able to do.
The Black Mist. How is this possible?
I am playing on PC, yeah, it's on Steam. It's also on Switch and PlayStation. I think it's on all the consoles. No rest for the weary. I'm playing with my PlayStation controller plugged into the PC, but this is a Steam game I'm playing it through. Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. I've heard... Is there a chest? I've heard that the console versions can be a little buggy, though. Oh, health potions. Good beats. Good shout. If I'm going to walk past something like that I should click on and open and miss, feel free to backseat me on that. Don't help me solve problems unless I ask for your help, but if I'm gonna walk past something obvious like that, let me know. Enter a combat encounter while standing in a hazard called Poison Mist. This creates a hazard initiative bar region that will travel along with fighter portraits. Fighters in your party that are inside this region will be targeted. Once the region reaches the front of the bar, it will apply its effects to any of your encounters that are currently targeted. Luckily, you can use lane abilities to switch lanes, maneuver in and out of the region bars, sure. Okay, so now I want to use this to put my portrait in a spot where it's not going to end up in the red bar. Transistor, this is like full turn-based, whereas Transistor is kind of like a blend of turn-based and not. Yeah, the initiative system seems relatively straightforward and good. White-black vampires in alchemy, probably red-black. I don't think any of the white vampires are particularly great. Maybe you like Splash Edgar at the top end with Forsaken Crossroads and Pathways. I can see that being good, but the red vampires are really good. Not even supposed to be here today. And this shows me going before it, so if I do this, we should finish it before it even gets an attack. Good stuff. Oh, definitely gonna get to red block at some point, Rufio. Oh, I'm running out of mana. Oh, mana comes over between encounters. Combat encounter with a Spectral Wharf Rat. These enemies have shifting form buff that enhances their abilities to evade your attack, being dispelled by attacking with a speed lane ability. In an inspect mode, you can navigate between the initiative bar and fighters to get details on abilities and active buffs and debuffs. Be sure to inspect enemies during the encounter to learn about strengths and weaknesses. Oh, so this one I want to kill last because it buffs allies for 3 turns. So these, where's the mana cost listed on these? Oh, is it the one underneath? Does this take 20? Is this 20 mana and this is 15 and this is 20? Yes, okay. Wow, 15% chance to miss. Miss every time, chat. Miss every time. Look to healing potion for the potion bag to recover health. Combat will end in defeat if your entire party's health reaches 0. Manage your health and keep them fighting. Oh, and because it... This only does 55. That's kind of tilting. I guess we'll hit this one. Oh, so this will kill both of them. Does 57 and then 57 to nearby target. If the first target is defeated, the second shot deals an additional 28. Got it. Cool. Honor for sure. Where's Raffin? He was just here. He can't have gone far.
Raffin, what happened?
Run! Leave me!
There was a jug in that room. Okay. Okay, so what if we... So if I speed lane double tap, this will dispel the thing on both of them, right? Because they both have dispelled when hit with a speed lane attack. So opening on that in the speed lane makes sense. Oh, did I leave myself with a poison mist there? I might have. $69 and 34 is how much? It's 103. See if the mist kills me here. Quick maths. Alright, we could use potions out of combat instead, right?
Sarah. I came out of nowhere. I couldn't.
Don't talk. Save your strength.
I thought we beat those things in Grey Harbor. Could it be another harrowing?
I don't know. But if it is, we're going to need help. We're going to need Alawi.
Oh man, I missed getting the stuff in the chest in the other one, chat. Rip. Does it heal me at the end of a mission?
Brothers and sisters, a new enemy has risen in Bilgewater. The goddess Nagakaboros has shown him to me.
Reveal him to us, Truth-bearer.
This Blood Harbor Ripper butchers men in their homes and in the streets. I can sense the fear, the stagnation he brings. We honor the Mother Serpent by restoring motion and driving him out.
Praise the goddess.
Truth-bearer, I wish to fight for you. I am ready.
Are you? If you fight with everything you have, the Mother Serpent may name you worthy. If not, she will take your life.
I surrender to her will.
Unworthy.
He is strong, priestess. He may live.
Perhaps, if the goddess wills it. Come, our enemy awaits. These streets are full of motion. Nagakaboros smiles upon us.
Why do you embrace this foreigner's priestess? The Pelangi do not respect the goddess or brew tradition.
They make their own way. They fight to live. Walk among them, learn from them. Maybe even have some fun.
Don't be a stick in the mud.
They have many interesting desires.
Sister, I have seen you indulge in their taverns. Do not be ashamed. Next time I will join. Now let us follow the rhythms of the street. Here, the men inside spoke recently of the killer we seek.
We will wait outside. No need to get Pelangi stink on us.
More for me then.
Is this Eloi? Eloi? How do we pronounce this one, chat? It starts with ill, right? Healing, damage, and defense. Ilaoi. Got it. Ilaoi. Allows her to read and understand glyphs, her dungeon ability. Tentacle Slam damages enemies and allows Ilaoi to initiate battle with a tentacle already active. As a priestess, she can smite her enemies and restore her allies. Her faith in the goddess is unshakable. As she fights, she summons tentacles. Sure. And force enemies to attack her using taunt.
Pelangi stink.
She's a paladin, basically.
Why must my people be so stubborn?
Fortune's hiring. I'd love to be a soldier of fortune. It's a big man shit. Sound design is really good, like all of Riot's games. Yourself, welcome to our humble establishment. I tell you to make yourself more at home, but that's liable to do you more harm than good. This is the Captain's Bar, straight from Portman. Come here to sit here while they lose their sea legs. Our rates aren't for the meager, so the riffraff won't be gracing us with their presence. Who hasn't has a taste for seafaring captains, near as anyone can tell. You'll find their remains spilling into the sea after he's done a fair night's work. So is the person I'm looking for in here, or am I supposed to go back out? I think we talked to everyone. Oh, I missed one. Thanks for the follows, Greg and Lana. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. I do single-player story-driven stuff like this at the end of most of my streams. This is, get a feel for this. Combat system seems good, though, and the voice acting is nice, so imagine this is probably one we're going to play through all the way. Is it this large man that I can't seem to angle to? There's a person over here. Oh. I thought I pushed on this.
Tell me, where can I find the Blood Harbor Ripper?
Who's asking?
I am Ilaoi, truth-bearer of Nagakaboros, champion of the Buru people.
Sure, lady. And I'm the River King, Tom Kench. Buzz off. I'm trying to relax.
Perhaps a display of strength will change your mind.
Sorry. I try not to get into fights with strange women in bars.
Oh, do we get to fight with her now?
So, you're unworthy. Or just afraid.
You see this sword? I've run it through hundreds of men. Most bigger than you. So how about you go on home?
I thought you would be stronger.
Yeah, we largely just did the tutorial and a couple of cinematics. Windhover, good afternoon.
All things in motion.
Okay, so 18 damage. Can summon a tentacle. Heals 43 and then extra per tentacle. Deals 38 and causes all tentacles. Okay, so you want to start with the overcharge, so we want to get some tentacles going. Oh, I see. Misfortune in the intro thing was level 9 and had a lot more stats than we do here. We're only level 1 on this character. That makes sense, I suppose.
That'll leave a mark.
Did that we want our 50% or twice for our tentacles, chat?
It's over.
Alright, guess I don't really need to heal. We knock this guy out with this, and then the tentacles should kill this guy.
I was just getting started.
Steam is so good. I'm so glad my PlayStation controller works with Rumble and everything.
Is that all you had? I was just starting to enjoy myself. The Blood Harbor Reaper. Tell me.
No one I know has actually seen him. Rumor is he stalks the alleys around the Warrens. They say he ain't alive. Not really.
Not alive.
He is skinned like a corpse, cold. And his eyes are empty, like a body pulled up from the sea.
A creature trapped between life and death. An affront to the goddess.
He has a thing for captains. Find a captain and the Ripper won't be far behind, they say.
Thank you, little man.
Hey, you, wanna stay a while? I never drank with a priestess before.
You break too easily.
We heard commotion.
My new Peilangi friends simply wish to learn Budhu tradition. Let us search the Warrens nearby.
Missional ass beating, huh? Oh. Well, hey, that shows me things we can interact with. Stuff. The more you know, Chip. Left stick toggle sprint, good to know. You bunch look mean, but gangplanks. How could our harpoons miss a creature so large? Shantytown, shit.
Broken bones teach better lessons.
You have special status effects, buffs, and debuffs applied to them. You can remove debuffs by cleansing them. Burr allies in your party have a cleanse ability. You can also use a cleanse potion if available.
Brace yourself.
Do the tentacles always go after the one that I hit?
Save some for me. You will stagnate no longer.
What's going on, Nick? Haven't been to a live one in a while. Wanted to stop by and say love the recent Unite content. Got into the game because of your events and tournaments. Awesome, Lorwyn. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. So, can we like smack this guy before he runs up to us?
Now you face a truth.
So did they have 9 damage on them before? Because I hit them when they were out there? That's interesting. Oh, is it? Are you Nick Lorenzana? If so, it's been a hot second. Gosh. I can't even remember. Yes, sir. Are you still up in the Chicagoland area? Unfortunately. Yeah, with all the COVID stuff, we haven't been up there in, gosh, since before it all started. It's been over 2 years at this point.
I admire your strength.
We have a little bit of overcharge mana. We probably don't actually need to use actual mana here. Just crunch these down with the quick attacks. Is Chicago that bad? I moved to Boston from Chicago this year and I missed it terribly. As someone who, like, doesn't largely leave their house too terribly often, the main issue with, like, I lived in the Chicago suburbs, not even Chicago proper when I lived up there. It just takes so long to get everywhere. Like, when you live in the Chicago suburbs, it takes, like, a half hour to get basically anywhere because there's just so much traffic. Whereas, like, living in Bloomington where I live now, it's like a half hour gets you clear across town. And most things are like less than 10 minutes away. It's been good so far, Alert. The voice acting's really good. We haven't really gotten into the story, so I don't have an opinion on it from that perspective, but the combat system seems relatively straightforward with a lot of room to make different choices on things. Shadow Isles is proving expensive. Bilgewater sailors do not willingly approach its shores. Treasure hunters traveling the Isles instead pay for passage to supply stations. They bring their own small skiffs and use those to navigate. I've been forced to adopt the same process. Oh, we have a bunch of items and stuff to manage now, too. Someone mentioned we have gear in the inventory. Would you like to watch a tutorial on how to use this menu? Are there people in chat that can backseat me, or should I watch this tutorial? Do the tutorial. Uh-oh. Alright, fine. You can view all the items, loot, and rewards you've collected in the inventory menu. Items are divided into categories that be navigated through by tabs. The stat comparison grid will show a stat increase or decrease. Okay, so that's nice. Some items such as potions will be consumed once they've been used. Treasures include container items. Special artifacts can be found in the treasure categories. These can be traded to vendors to purchase rare and powerful loot. That was short and good. You're correct. The shield to resemble a Poro. Resolve. And some of these are just like free rolls, so I don't have anything equipped yet. Now these are not free rolls. Less attack power, more stamina and defense. Oh, let's keep the extra damage. How'd you happen over to Twitch, Nick? Is Rune King a game you're into, or did you come looking for my channel? The tentacles have begun to rot. This is why you gotta use spirit tentacles, chat. There's no rot when your tentacles are spirit. Shrines provide boons in the following combat. Healing.
You got no chance.
You're an actor of the shrine, you'll grant a boon, which will appear as a special initiative bar region during the combat encounter. When your fighters in your party are inside the region, they will receive buffs. Don't worry if the enemies make the raid to the region, the boon only affects party members. Okay, so this is like the inverse of the trap that we saw. This is a bonus when we're inside of this as opposed to a negative.
This is...
I thought you'd be stronger.
Loot under the crane. Oh, there is. Like back behind it. The picture over the enemy's head in the thought bubble shows who they're targeting, so you can use defensive abilities to mitigate damage. It's good to know. So you can be kind of predictive with it.
Please! Please don't!
So afraid, so alone. But soon, Captain, you'll be crossed off my list.
What's Pike, chat?
And you won't feel a thing ever again.
What list? I've never seen you before in my life. I'm not even a captain anymore. I haven't sailed in years. Please!
Abomination. Face the Kraken Priestess if you dare.
Killing you would be fun. But meaningless. No.
Forsaken One, do you think I am offering you a choice? I will teach you what I can.
He just OTK'd our boy, chat.
Feels much better. are the mother serpents in peace. We're born knowing what to do. We must only act.
Look at all those levels, chat. So on 2 turns, 25% chance to summon a tentacle when hit, has no recovery time. Oh, this draws attacks to her. Good. That was in her description.
Now face the test of the Mother Serpent. You will not survive her judgment.
What did you do to me?
This cannot be. You are found worthy, but you are a monster. Goddess, what are you trying to show me?
Thanks, Russell Cat.
The Shadow Isles.
I think we're gonna do more Unite Opens.
Gangplank. A great test.
Truthbearer.
Goddess, help me understand.
Priestess, are you hurt?
How did the drowned one escape us?
The goddess favored him. I do not understand.
But you must. You are the truth bearer. The Mother Serpent's will flows through you.
Perhaps you need rest.
I need no such thing. Return to the village. I will join you soon.
Truthbearer. Welcome.
Elder, I seek guidance.
Speak, child. Tell me what troubles you.
I sought to purge Bilgewater of a great threat. An enemy whose shadow spreads fear and stagnation in the streets.
Yes, such is your charge. And you do it well.
But this Blood Harbor Ripper, I tested him, and the goddess found him worthy.
Curious indeed.
It makes no sense. He is no living man, and the unliving are shameful to our goddess. How could he possibly pass her test? I have worked so hard to interpret her will, but this seems wrong. I should not doubt the goddess, but now I worry I have lost my way.
My child, the Mother Serpent's will flows through all things. Only when we follow our desire does the universe flow towards destiny. Open yourself up to all possibilities and let the path present itself.
But have I misjudged her will? If this monster is worthy, have I been wrong about others? If I gave the goddess's blessing to those who did not deserve it, that would be blasphemy.
Not blasphemy, chat.
Perhaps I should renounce my position as truth-bearer.
Illaoi, I will not entertain such nonsense.
Illaoi.
I have taught you in the ways of Nagakaburo since you were a child. You are strong, and the goddess's will flows through you. Trust your judgment.
But what if I'm wrong? The vision I saw, the black mist consuming everything. Something terrible is coming, and I cannot afford uncertainty. The goddess sent me a vision, but I still need more. I need her guidance.
Only the goddess knows what destiny awaits. It is not my place to instruct you. You must find your own path.
The stakes for Bilgewater are too high. I need to be certain in my course of action, yet I have so many questions.
Then ask them. It is in seeking these answers that you alone find truth, where others cannot. But you must also find patience. Truth bearer.
Elder, Yes. Patience. I will reflect on what has passed, and hope a path presents itself.
Priestess, hurry. There's something you must see.
The game's been good so far, Mr. 3000. Combat seems very reasonable. Good initiative-based system.
That is quite a man.
This is Ilawi. She's our champion. Our truth bearer.
It is an honor to meet you. I am Brom of the Freljord.
The Freljord? You've traveled far. My men say they pulled you from the water.
They showed me great kindness.
Walk with me. I am curious to hear more of your story.
The large shield chip. Someone asked how long I plan to go, right? Not too much longer, probably another 15, 20 minutes or so.
A great sickness has come to the Freljord. It has claimed the lives of many children.
Brom, it's really you.
Yes. And look, I have brought a friend. Now, be brave. And take good care of him until I
He
return.
gives the kids poros, chat.
Rest now. Brom will find a cure for this. You have my word.
Brom, you promised the impossible. Your heart is pure, but the sickness is spreading.
For Brom, nothing is impossible. The Freljord is my home. These people are my family. Tell me, what must I do?
When I was a boy, my father spoke of a place called the Blessed Isles. There, they possessed water, which was said to cure any illness. But Brom, that place was destroyed by the Black Mist. Shadow Isles, they call it now. Dangerous, even for you. Who knows if that water even exists? Sometimes a story is just a story.
Brom will return with this blessed water. Then, think of the stories they will tell, huh?
The mix of storytelling animation styles this game uses is interesting. The animated comic book-esque for these cutscenes versus the very different when you're walking around in the top-down overworld like this.
You fought the Black Mist. Are you sure?
Yes, and I will happily do so again. Once I find a bigger boat. In the battle with the mist, my shield was lost. It is very valuable to me. I will do whatever I must to recover it.
Ilawi, we come with a message from Captain Fortune. We ain't looking for a fight.
Well, what is the message?
She requests an audience. She says... Well, she says the Black Mist has returned.
What?
The Black Mist. It has returned.
Thank you, Brom.
She'll be expecting you. Come with us.
Bless your heart, Brom.
My friend, it seems fate has brought us together.
This is not your fight. As Truthbearer, it is my sworn duty to push back the mist. Yet, your arrival here is no coincidence. This much I know. Perhaps it is the sign I was looking for.
By helping you face the mist, I may learn more of the cure I seek, and repay your people's kindness.
Your desire is strong. I will not stop you. Let us see what Sarah Fortune knows.
It feels strange to hear her called Sarah, chat. Defense, disruption, and buffs. Brahm carries a Poro friend with him that can explore small crevices and bring back items it finds. That's great. Is this where I need to go? No. Oh, how big are the parties? Yeah, is there a party limit? Three's the max, okay. Is there a map that shows me where I'm supposed to be going? Check map, layout, and key points of interest. When exploring, chests and rest points of vendors, been tractables to cover on the map. Sure. The equivalent of minus button. Got it. Where's the place we're supposed to be going? Meet Miss Fortunate Manor. Oh, is this it over here? The thing over on the left that's blinking? What's washed ashore? Take it you're here to ride the elevator. First time it's gonna cost you. Usual rate. You're not from the Jagged Hooks, are you? You're not supposed to ride here. Your crew has other means of getting. Sure you're not. Next thing I'm gonna turn around and find a dagger in my back. You're all trussed up in that gear, and you make me think you're just an ordinary sailor. Well, as past, there'll be trouble. You got some fight in you, don't you? That's all right. I've learned how to tolerate it. On cue, he and his partner approach.
This will be fun, yes?
Faster than us, chat. Check the chat menu. There are abilities that can be upgraded as you level as well. Okay, good to know. 20% chance of evade attacks from the balance and power lane. So we need speed lane hits on him.
survive this one.
Does cost mana. Want to give us an extra turn? Oh.
Now, this gets interesting.
Oh, no recharge time means you get an extra turn. Okay.
Got something for you.
Oh, he had a shield on him still, is why he didn't go down. She's got a ton of mana, huh? Look at our lovelies, chat. Yeah, it looks like similar to like Raid Shadow. Like, honestly, the combat system in this game, as someone who's played an unhealthy amount of Raid Shadow Legends, is very similar to that.
A fine success.
All things must flow.
As far as like it's being an initiative system. Right, Bilgewater Legends. I mean, Raid Shadow Legends doesn't have the doesn't have the reputation it has because its gameplay's bad necessarily. It's because it's a gacha game. To be fair. Monetization more than anything is why it has the reputation it does. And the ads. It is aggressively marketed. For sure. Bilgewater is like a mountain range of boats and houses. It stretches as far as the eye can see. Takes some getting used to, but it can feel like home like any place can. Sarah Fortune Estate is down the elevator that way, but first let's sample some of the market wares. You've had but a taste of the dangers in Bilgewater. Now it's time to equip ourselves to prepare for what comes next. Enchanting equipment allows you to add special permanent buffs. It's a great way to gain an upper hand. Once an enchantment recipe is known, it will appear in this grid. Enchantments can be applied to weapons and armor. Additionally, you can infuse them to increase their rarity and base stats. You select enchantment infuse, you must specify which weapon and armor you want it to be applied to. Great ingredients. Oh, so there's like a lot to character building in this game. Champions have unique sets of abilities in combat and counters exploration. Ability used in combat will have mana cost, target count, and casting speed. Instant passive and lane abilities can be upgraded using upgrade points, selecting these from the menu. New abilities will be unlocked as the champion levels up, increasing the breadth of combat strategies over time. Active dungeon abilities are only used when exploring. These do not have mana cost, will only trigger a combat encounter when they hit an enemy. Triggering combat encounters dungeon ability will have various benefits based on the champion chosen. Some will even apply debuffs. We saw that, yeah. Yeah, I imagine we're playing on normal, so we could probably approach a lot of this pretty casually. Do I have upgrade points somewhere? 2 out of 2 upgrade points remaining. Okay. Upgrade abilities can be activated with an ability point upgrade. Each upgrade will apply an additive effect to the characteristics of that ability. Upgrades are broken into tiers, which are unlocked progressively as the champion levels up. Each tier consists of 2 upgrade abilities. Only 1 per tier can be active at a time. When an upgrade tier is active, the following tier will be powered up to further upgrades. You may disable an upgrade at any time to return the point back to the pool. Consume a tentacle to deal extra damage. Reduce mana cost by 32%. Neat. Oh, and upgrade points are per character here too. It's guaranteed summon a tentacle. Alright, this seems like a decent spot to break for the day. We didn't get too long into this, but we're going to do an hour and a half, 2 hours at the end of most streams. I got something at 4 o'clock today in 10 minutes, so need to go ahead and call it an afternoon. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We had a few new follows. If you want to follow along my playthrough, we're going to be doing this Monday through Friday in the afternoons at the very end of my stream from about probably like 1:30, 2 o'clock Central till about 3:30, 4 o'clock like it is about now. If you can't make it every day and you want to follow my playthrough start to finish, it's all going to be up on my YouTube channel in a playlist there. This first segment will appear up there this evening. Game seems good. Seems like there's a lot of depth to the character building. Interested to see what it looks like once you get a little bit deeper party. Some people implied that you choose which of the characters you have going out when your party maxes out at 3. So see what champions and combination of things we can do and how they upgrade and all that jazz as we explore some more tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Tuesday wherever you're at. Peace, folks.